All right, Miss Stella Bear is amped right now because there was just a deer here. So if anybody's interested, I'll send them the outtake reel. She's amped. Oh, I just got pulled about 25 feet flying, so I'm sure the ring footage will also confirm that. But anyways, let's go on with the garden tour. Nice way to start the evening. But here's that little garden patch. Again, I'm going to keep this one pretty brief because there's not too much to update, but Stella, it was just a deer. The lilacs are coming in. That one looks a lot bigger to me versus I think even a week and a half ago when I took the last video. That one looks really nice in the back. And then that one finally dropped its blooms, so it should put on foliage. The dead bloomage is dying back, so it should look a lot more like that one soon where it just puts on straight growth. That is a sunflower from the stupid seeds that my dad feeds all the dang birds with. I don't mind because birds are wonderful, but still it's annoying to have sunflowers randomly pop up in every single spot that you don't want them. All right. Oh goodness. Okay, well I guess we're just gonna look at St. Christopher and my hostas and the sign that my mom made. It's quite lovely. Maybe some peace, Stella, to find the sanity that we've lost. Yes, he found it. Okay, moving on. All right, well, the tomatoes have gotten quite bigger from the heat. So I think the last video I took, they were under that second rung, and now they're almost hitting the third. And that's just in a week and a half. Same for that one. That one is a little slow growing. I mean, it was from the garden center. Those two were ones that I grew from seed. This one will be fine. It's just not putting on as much foliage and growing quite as fast as I would like. These are Romas that I grew from seed. This is a baby boomer cherry tomato. It's still, this one looks almost dwarf, but it's really healthy because there's a lot of green foliage. It's like super green. So it's not gonna be a bigger tomato plant. It's just, I feel it should be taller than this. The marigolds are quite brighter than they were the last video. And then we have the eggplants, which they look smaller than the last video because I trimmed back the foliage that I thought looked unhealthy in an attempt to save them. Do I really care if I have 3 eggplants? No, but I like them. I can always go to the grocery store, but it's nice to have them. A lot of pepper plants doing really well. They will pop even better once the heat comes. They're bigger than the last time. These dragon egg cucumbers, I need to reseed a few. There's only 3 that actually kind of made it. They do have their true leaves on, but I really want some of those darn dragon egg cucumbers. And then the straight slicers obviously are doing really good now. So I don't know. Those will start going up the trellis probably within the next week or 2. These are poppin', and I am not going to misname my pansies, not petunias as I was so calling them, but they're so pretty, all the different colors. It was a mixed variety and they turned out really cool, and we just have other stuff that we plopped in there. But then more of my pansies, not petunias, snapdragons, marigolds. Looks pretty good. All right, come on, Satan. Satan being Stella, trying to kill the deer. Oh, it's nighttime too, so our solar lights are already going on, and she's on a speed mission. So hopefully this will be a quick tour. All right, yeah, the apple trees are looking nice and healthy. I don't know if they're gonna bloom this year though. I'm kind of curious because it was a weird spring, but I do see some foliage that makes me think maybe they're just late blooming. I think those are flowers. Would you shut up? Goodness. I think there's flowers, finally. Usually the latest that apples get their blooms is in about, I want to say May, but it was such a cold spring, so I'm kind of hopeful. I just saw those little white tufts, and it looks like they might be putting on some spring flowers finally. So that's good news, because I was a little worried. I put up my Fort Knox around them because the deer couldn't finally eat them. They did eat the top of that one off, as you can see. They should be the same size, but the deer ate the top off of them one year. And we'll check out that other one when I get on the other side. Deer kind of got in here, and there's some ants living in here, which I'll have to deal with. I'm not really sure how, because I'm an organic gardener and I don't want to kill anything, but I really don't want ants destroying part of something when it looks so pretty on this side. So obviously they've built their home. Oh goodness, thank you, Stella. Yeah, I don't see any flowers on this one. This is the one that they really took a liking to last year. This is the green columnar, and I don't see signs of flowering. Okay, Stella, we'll go. She's on a mission, guys. That looks pretty though. Yeah, smell the flowers. Stop and smell the flowers, Stella. All right, I won't forget to look at my cherry bush. I ordered it online, planted it in probably like March or April, and it was a twig, and now it's huge. And there's also a sunflower growing because there's a bird feeder, but at least the cherry bush is growing nicely. All right, let's go check out the backyard really quick. Goodness gracious, it's a bird, Stella. Oh no, there's ducks. Poor ducks. Come on. Jesus. I'm telling you guys, my hip strength is gonna be strong. All right. Here's just the back raised beds. So we have 3 Romas, and it's really interesting to me. I planted them all at the same time, and I think this is a sun exposure thing. So that one's the tallest, that one's middle. It's like the 3 little bears. That one's the shortest, so I think it must be the sun exposure, because that one gets the most, that one gets the least. And then I have 2 other tomatoes over there, and those are different varieties. I've gone into it in the past few videos, so I'm not going to go into it now. Cherry, and then a indigo colored one. Lots of herbs. The basil's coming up nice though, so that's good. Last video, I think they just looked like little seedlings. The oregano's really bushing out, so I'm gonna have to harvest some of that soon so it doesn't just spread like wildfire. I've been using the rosemary in my cooking. The thyme I'm gonna have to find a use for soon too. This we're reseeding, so it looked really nice last video, but then my parents laid down more dirt because we've gotten more flooding with those big rains, and it's just been settling in awkward areas. So we're just trying to build up the leveling here, but I'll zoom in this way because I don't want Stella to get all muddy. She's gonna get a bath tomorrow, but I don't really feel like bathing her this evening. That zucchini that I took a picture of or video of last week, much bigger. I planted one just behind it in that far corner so it'll hang over the edge. And the deer aren't eating them this year, so that's perfect, because last year they somehow took a liking to eating zucchini, which was quite strange. Hopefully this year they just stay away. And some of my solar lights have come on. It doesn't look quite as pretty in the video as it does in real life, but you get the idea. So the rose garden, again, no blooms, but tons of like pre-blooms, so like little bloomage. But that'll be red, yellow. Again, I forget the color, and I keep saying I'm gonna look up what color it is on my prior videos. Haven't. That one was for my Aunt Meg when she passed. It's the apricot with like a lipstick kiss. That one I bought this year. So yeah, these are like ground cover roses. They're popcorn roses, very pretty. This popped off. all the potatoes. I hilled them up about a week ago, and it looked kind of like bare again because I was hilling them up, but now they're pretty perfect. I don't even think, maybe just this one I have to hill up a little bit more because there's about 2 inches left of room. Same with this one, but everything else is doing really great. Sneak in here. Come on, Stinks. All right. So we have, sorry for the chaos tonight, guys. It's been a long day and work week, but what are you gonna do? All right, so the bottom 3 tiers of this green stalk are strawberry plants. So most of them are doing quite well. Some of them kind of died back because I planted like bare root plants. Some of them started to grow, died back, and then grew again. So like this guy I thought was gonna die, and then all of a sudden I have a new bloom. So stuff like that. But some of them are doing like really bushy well. As you can see, cilantro, I actually pruned this back because it was going to flower and it was taller, like way up here. So if you need cilantro, let me know. I just planted some dill here. We have marigolds just to keep the deer away, patio tomatoes, mint, lettuce, enormous. I did pull out one of the lettuces, and that's where I planted the dill. This rosemary is going to get shaded out. This lettuce plant is going to be gone soon though, so it won't get shaded out. I'll just put beans or something in there. And then I have a random pepper plant. So this is where the old lettuce was. I put dill in here. Definitely recommend the green stalk planter if you're looking for putting tons of plants in one small space, particularly like herbs, strawberries, anything, so you don't have to waste, I don't know, 50 square feet. You can do it in 2 square feet, just vertically. It's wonderful. The geraniums are really popping off, and I think it's because Grandma Henricks knows that she's missed, or God just knows that we miss her. I think that's probably more what is accurate. She's already in heaven and feeling really happy. So yeah, the gnome is glowing. He usually never glows, so that's kind of nice. A lot of marigolds, other flowers, annuals, geraniums. Come on, Stella. Okay, this, I just have to say, I started these pansies, not petunias, because I kept calling them petunias in my last video, but the pansies I started downstairs in about January, and it was just like mixed variety pack, started them from seed. It's just really cool to me that the planters I planted them in just so happened to perfectly match the colors of the planter. I mean, it's luck, obviously, but like light blue, yellow, burgundy with this chicken. I mean, hello. And then the purple and white with the purple and white of the cow. Just so cool how it all works out, right? My apple tree that I repotted is actually getting quite big. Ooh, my lights are turning on. More flowers, geraniums. The rose garden from this side. Come on, Stella Bear. This is the shorter green stalk, so the baby one with the leaf tier, I guess I should say. I did start to put some beans in. Those came up super fast. I would say within 2 or 3 days they germinated. I have mint that I started downstairs, so a lot of the stuff I seeded. These are petunias. Flowers are off. I did throw a pepper plant in here. There's basil, more beans, lettuce. Some of this lettuce, actually, it's just been so hot that it's already kind of bolting. I don't know if you can see that. It's like going up like a candy cane. That's not good behavior for a lettuce, so this is going to get yanked tomorrow. This one seems like it's doing okay. More beans, a couple marigolds. There's a patio tomato in here, which those are great. The cilantro. I had to, again, chop this off, and I didn't do it in a delicate manner. And yeah, I ruined it. It doesn't matter. I don't eat that much cilantro, so that's going to get pulled tomorrow. We'll put something that we do eat there. This I've tried to seed several times. The first time I did it, I forgot I didn't drill holes in the bottom of it. But it was supposed to be these tiny little baby cantaloupes. And then I'm assuming the seeds molded and rotted, drilled holes in the bottom, then it got cold. After I had put watermelon seeds in there, like the baby watermelons, the handheld size. Okay, so now it's warm. I put some seeds in there and they're finally coming up. So I might have watermelons. If I don't, I'm going to rip out this entire trellis and just put beans in it because it's not worth that much effort. Thyme, rosemary. The rosemary would be bigger, but I like baking rosemary bread, so I've been heavily harvesting all of my rosemary. These are dahlias that I grew from seed in the basement, petunias that I bought, snapdragons. These are annuals I bought. I forget the name of them. This is the geranium that my mother just keeps overwintering every year. I bought it for her 2 or 3 years ago. She takes it inside every year and just keeps it alive. And it's finally starting to flower, and she was super happy. I had her outside. I was like, did you notice that the geranium is flowering that I got you? And she's like, oh, it just made her day. So it is flowering. It's a white one. Very pretty and elegant. The dahlia. Hi, Daisy. Daisy's saying hi. More flowers. Geraniums. My flowers in front of my bedroom because I just like the view, and obviously Daisy's made a mess of my bed, but hi baby. I know, it's okay, we'll be inside in a second. But now you guys actually can get a picture of the back patio. I'm sorry for the drainage from the pots, but it looks pretty cool back here. Too bad I don't have a fire going. Oh yeah, and I end it with my dead and dying lemon and orange trees that will be gone tomorrow. Oh well. All right, have a wonderful Friday evening, everybody. I love you all, and have a blessed day. God bless.